Disney Treasure is Disney Cruise Line's newest and largest ship to date, and we just returned from one of the first sailings and cover every square inch of this brand new ship to help ensure you're one step ahead of everyone else on board with our exclusive Disney Treasure ship tour and walkthrough up next. Welcome aboard, cruisers. I'm Don B from Eat, Sleep, Cruise, and let's just jump right into the ship tour because we have a lot to show you. In fact, let's start with one venue that all cruisers first encounter when boarding Disney Treasure, the Grand Hall. The center of Deck 3 is a spiraling atrium that welcomes all guests who board the ship on embarkation day. Adorned with a signature statue of Princess Jasmine and Aladdin, the Grand Hall beckons cruisers to come on board for an epic journey. This 3-story space is the heart of the ship. Whether you're walking to dinner or grabbing a photo with the Disney characters, the Grand Hall is the hub of activity, day or night, and the starting point for many adventures on Disney Treasure. Disney Treasure is the second Trident-class ship, so it has a similar layout and design as Disney Wish. However, Disney Imagineers have totally revamped several of the venues, many of them which are right off of the Grand Hall, including the bars and lounges. And in a first for Disney Cruise Line, Disney Treasure features several venues that are themed after beloved Disney theme park attractions. And arguably the coolest venue, and one of our favorites, was the Haunted Mansion Parlor. Foolish mortals now have a place to enjoy some spirits on Deck 3 of Disney Treasure. This Haunted Mansion Parlor is the next chapter of the iconic attraction story, which introduces new characters alongside familiar happy haunts. Reminiscent of parlors found on classic ocean liners during the golden age of cruising, the Haunted Mansion Parlor is adorned with early 20th century furniture with velvety finishes. The venue's eerily nautical vibe pairs well with deliciously chilling drinks on the specialty cocktail menu that comes alive on tablets. Heidi and I could not pass up the Happily Never After and Regions Beyond cocktail, but many will be drawn to the Instagram-worthy The Chilling Challenge. Be warned, once the clock strikes 13, that's when ghosts are present. According to Disney Imagineers, 8 different mysterious happenings occur randomly. These can include singing wall art, a seance by Madame Leona, or other playful spooks coming to life during the night. We highly encourage you to grab a drink and enjoy one of the most intricately designed and immersive venues at sea. Just remember, no flash pictures please, as these spirits are frightfully sensitive to bright lights. Across the way at the center of Deck 3, the Skipper Society is a brand new venue that plops guests into the middle of the lighthearted fun of another Disney park attraction, the Jungle Cruise. From the lanterns on the table to the bamboo wood and rustic chairs, this venue's natural colorway and camp-style furnishings pair well with the slight tributes to the trusty, dry-witted skippers and offers an elevated, playful atmosphere. Guests board the Ems Empress, named after the river for which Disney Treasure first set sail, and settle in for a 3-week journey that lasts only about 12 minutes. Although the service here did not receive a crash course in humor. However, we were still impressed with the overall theming and references to the famous attraction throughout the society, from a whimsical monkey-shaped chandelier to postcards and luggage tags from travels abroad. Beneath a jungle canopy, the Skipper Society wears many hats. During the day, arts and crafts and hosted family events take place here, where in the evenings, guests indulge in themed cocktails and light snacks alongside live entertainment. The piano bar on Disney Treasure has received a brand new facelift as well. Infused with the eclectic elegance of an old-school jazz club, the Scat Cat Lounge on Deck 3 interprets the groovy penthouse performance of Everybody Wants to Be a Cat from the Walt Disney Animation Studios film, The Aristocrats. An assortment of hanging lanterns and a paw print-adorned baby grand piano invoke the bohemian sophistication of the film's iconic character, Scat Cat. Symbols of cats, both hidden and overt throughout the space, swinging live music, and a delicious craft cocktail menu, shaking up perfect teenies makes this the ideal place for a pre-dinner or post-dinner drink. The cruise line has rearranged this piano lounge too when compared to Disney Wish, moving the bar from the exterior wall to the interior wall. Now, the bar serves patrons in the Scat Cat Lounge and guests looking for a drink in the Grand Hall. On Deck 5 forward, guests can find another venue themed after a Disney attraction, the Periscope Pub. This is Disney Cruise Line's first venue inspired by the spellbinding adventure of Walt Disney's 1954 film, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and the celebrated Disney Parks attraction that was opened at Walt Disney World from 1971 to 1994. The design of the submarine-style interiors calls upon 19th century steampunk influences with polished metals and industrial touches. This casual onboard locale is perfect for guests to unwind and watch live sports and news while ordering from a menu of signature cocktails, craft brews, and light bites. This venue is home to 3 bespoke beers, 2 of which were sold out by day 3 of our preview cruise. Along with popular drinks, the Periscope Pub also includes irresistible bar bites, like potato puffs, a hamburger, chicken wings, or a German pretzel, which are also sure to go quickly. Similar to Disney Wish, there are 2 indoor cafes right off of the Grand Hall, and they've been completely rethemed for Disney Treasure. On Deck 4, you can find the Hey Hey Cafe, named for Moana's trusty sidekick. The Hey Hey Cafe echoes the scalloped seashells and reflective blue waters of the southern Pacific Isle of Motunui, as it's featured in Disney's animated film, Moana. Sharing a similar menu as the other cafes on the ship, this is one of the go-to places for your morning espresso drink or maybe an afternoon pickup. And what we like about all the cafes on Disney Treasure is that you can find USB chargers at many of the seats. That way, if you have to do some work or your cell phone needs a boost alongside your caffeine fix, you don't have to go back to your room. One deck up in the same location, on Deck 5, you can find the Jade Cricket Cafe, which is inspired by the classic Disney film Mulan. This venue honors the Fa family's lucky cricket, who is represented by a jade sculpture on the bar top. From the central moon gate to the plum blossom flowers adorning the walls, symbols of Mulan's strength, beauty, and heritage fill the cafe, while the striking blue walls and metallic counters are reminiscent of her armor. Along with updating the bars and lounges and the interior decks of Disney Treasure, the cruise line also made some changes to the main dining rooms and eateries on the ship. Disney Treasure features the signature Disney Cruise Line rotational dining concept. Guests select their preference for either an early or late dining time for the duration of their cruise, and during the cruise, guests rotate between 3 complimentary dining venues. Your waitstaff and the same table number also rotate alongside with you, so you get to know your table mates as well as your waiter and assistant waiter. You can check the Disney Cruise Line Navigator app once on board the ship to see your specific restaurant rotation. The biggest change is an addition of a brand new restaurant, Plaza de Coco. The story of the Rivera family continues on Disney Treasure with the dinner show at Plaza de Coco. Miguel and his familia continue where they left off on screen as they gather in Mariachi Plaza to take guests on a colorful, music-filled journey that celebrates family memories. There are 2 nights of live entertainment with characters performing favorite songs from the beloved cartoon. As guests traverse the Deck 5 portside hallway, they are immediately transported to the world of the animated film. The bright and colorful dining room puts guests at the center of a celebration in the Riviera's hometown. Noteworthy displays from the movie come to life alongside an array of artful dishes that captures the festive flavors of the colorful world depicted in the animated film. The menu includes authentic and traditional Mexican dishes with a modern touch, such as beef empanadas, chicken enchiladas, and pork carnitas. Of course, it wouldn't be a Disney Mexican eatery without churros. Tables in this dining room surround the central stage, encouraging guests to sing along with their familia in this communal dining experience. Returning on Disney Treasure, the Worlds of Marvel, the second of the complimentary Disney Treasure restaurants, has guests encounter 2 different missions. In the first seating, guests play an interactive role in Avengers Quantum Encounter, where they join Ant-Man and Wasp as they protect the quantum core technology from a fearsome foe. New for Disney Treasure is the Marvel Celebration of Heroes Groot Remix. This more passive show unfolds on the screens throughout the restaurant as guests eat to the beat of hit songs from throughout the decades that are prominently portrayed in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Each dinner show features its own menu, with the latter offering selections like an ahi tuna poke, porcini spaghetti, and linguine nero. Of all the dining rooms, the World of Marvel is perhaps our least favorite. We do like the menus at the restaurant, however, we feel the decor is kind of distracting, and we know they're going for a similar layout as the animator's palette on other Disney ships, but the decorations inside the World of Marvel are not nearly as elaborate. Finally, midship on Deck 3, you'll find the 1923 dining rooms. Named for the year the Walt Disney Company was founded, 1923 is a celebration of the company. The decor in this venue pays homage to the golden age of animation and its Californian heritage. It includes drawings, props, and other tools of the trade, with over 800 reproductions produced by the Disney Animation Research Center. The restaurant has two smaller venues, the Walt Disney Dining Room and Roy Disney Dining Room, located on the port and starboard sides of the ship, respectively. These venues are aptly named for the men behind the Disney magic. The menus here are also more sophisticated with elevated menu options. Some of our favorite dishes in 1923 include the baked lobster and the old-fashioned apple pie, and you can't pass up the Riverside old-fashioned cocktail either. Besides the main dining rooms on decks 3, 4, and 5, there are other complimentary dining options scattered throughout the ship. Mickey and Friends Festival of Foods is located at the center of all the action of the pool deck on deck 11. These quick service stations are the perfect spot to grab lunch, dinner, or a snack. The Festival of Foods is open most of the day from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. This open-air eatery features 5 themed food stalls: Mickey's Smokestack Barbecue, Donald's Cantina, Daisy's Pizza Pies, Goofy's Grill, and Sweet Minnie's Ice Cream. We sampled all the food options that Disney Treasure offers and thoroughly enjoyed this area the most, especially the Smokestack and the Cantina. Note that Goofy's Grill tends to be open later, closing around 9 p.m., and Daisy's Pizza Pies does reopen later in the evenings some nights for late night slices. You will also find the Lookout Bar, which serves a variety of beer, seltzers, wine, and frozen cocktails. Unlike the 2 other pool bars in the ship's center, the Lookout has a signature menu with some exclusive drinks. One thing that does separate Disney Cruise Line from other contemporary cruise lines is the inclusion of soda and soft drinks as part of the cruise fare. Guests can get fountain sodas 24 hours a day at the self-service stations found on both the port side and starboard side near Mickey and Friends Festival of Foods. Aft on deck 11, you'll find the Marceline Market, the ship's buffet. The Marceline Market is open for breakfast and lunch, offering typical selections. Breakfast tends to be open from around 6:30 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. and has standard fare with several hot and continental breakfast selections. Yes, there were Mickey waffles and even a custom omelet bar. Like other premium cruise lines, cast members serve guests from the buffet, which is a nice touch, even if this means queues can form, especially at peak times. Menu options are rotated at lunch, and lunch is typically available from around 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. depending on the port of call. Unfortunately though, the Marceline Market is not open in the evenings, meaning cruisers are limited when it comes to dinner options. While many of these complimentary dining options are open to all guests, Disney Treasure does offer specialty dining options that are adults only. Located aft on deck 12, you will find the 2 specialty restaurants, Palo and Enchanté. At the center of these restaurants is The Rose. The Rose is a chic, elegant martini bar located near the entrance of these specialty restaurants. This venue is inspired by the fateful flower at the heart of the Beauty and the Beast film, from which the nearby restaurants are also themed. With plush seating and ocean views, The Rose is a perfect spot to grab a pre-dinner or post-dinner cocktail, even if you're not dining at one of these specialty restaurants. The Rose features a signature cocktail menu with many champagne-based cocktails along with other libations. Palo on Disney Treasure is an evolution of the Palo restaurants found on other Disney Cruise Line ships. This Palo Steakhouse combines authentic Italian dining with a modern steakhouse. In a setting inspired by Cogsworth from the Beauty and the Beast films, guests can enjoy an elegant dinner with ocean views as the backdrop with warm wood tones, shiny metal, and ornate fixtures. Guests can enjoy from a prefix menu or order a la carte for dinner. But guests shouldn't pass up the multi-course brunch that occurs several days at Palo during your sailing. Whether you dine for dinner or for brunch, reservations are required for this adult-only dining venue. Next door, Enchante offers the most elegant dining experience on Disney Treasure. The specialty restaurant features a gourmet menu crafted by a Michelin-starred chef. With decor inspired by Lumiere from the Beauty and the Beast films, this venue is romantic and intimate, with candlelight, shimmering light fixtures, a soft blue color palette, and metallic embellishments. The 6-course dinner features expertly prepared dishes with seasonal ingredients from around the world. Along with dinner, Enchante also offers lunch on select days of your cruise. Like Palo Steakhouse, reservations are also required for this 18+ dining venue. All Disney ships feature a sweet shop. Aft on Deck 11 Starboard, the Jumbo Sweet Shop is a place where you might want to try everything. Jumbo Sweets is reminiscent of the popular ice cream parlor Jumbo Cafe from the bustling mammal metropolis featured in Disney's Zootopia. Surrounded by playful pink interiors, Victorian-style architecture, and an enduring sculpture of Officer Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde, guests can indulge in more than 20 flavors of handmade gelato, 16 flavors of ice cream and sorbets, specialty treats, candies, and more delectable desserts inspired by the film, like the Paw Shortbread Sandwich, an elevated take on Nick Wilde's Popsicle. Just keep in mind that all the menu items here are an upcharge. Along with bars and restaurants, there's also plenty of entertainment venues on Disney Treasure, offering a variety of live music, live entertainment, game shows, cruise director-led activities, and more. On Deck 5 forward, guests can find the Triton Lounge. The Triton Lounge is named for the new class of Disney ship. This small lounge hosts a variety of activities. During their cruise, this small, intimate space with seating and a stage features family-friendly events like trivia, karaoke, and game shows. Centrally located on Decks 4 and 5 is a brand new entertainment venue. Sarabi is a dynamic entertainment space on Disney Treasure. Named for the lioness matriarch from Disney's The Lion King, Sarabi is a central hub of a multitude of activities and evening entertainment. This theater transforms from a daytime setting for families into a venue for adult-exclusive entertainment in the evenings. You won't want to miss Choose Wisely, an Indiana Jones interactive game show. Trust us, it's hilarious. This uniquely designed 2-story space evokes the natural beauty and the openness of the savannah. Sarabi also has a full service bar at the back, where you might want to grab an adult beverage during the evening's events. The venue also serves popcorn to enjoy during one of the movies at nearby theaters. And pro tip, if you have a refillable popcorn container from one of the Walt Disney World resorts, you can bring it with you on your Disney Treasure cruise and get popcorn refills at discounted prices. Because unfortunately, even the popcorn on Disney Treasure will cost you extra. While you do need to pay for the popcorn, you are able to watch first-run Disney movies for free. All Disney Cruise Line ships have at least one movie theater. Disney Treasure has 2. Forward on Deck 4, you will find the Wonderland and Neverland cinemas located on the port side and starboard sides of the ship, respectively. These intimate screening rooms provide guests the ability to watch classic and first-run films from Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Lucasfilm, and more. For example, during our sailing in December, some of the movies included Moana 2, as well as the original Moana, and other animated classic films like Aladdin. But the real center star of entertainment on Disney Treasure is the Walt Disney Theater, located on Deck 3 and 4 forward. This 2-level, 1,200 plus seat theater is home to 3 signature shows, and during week-long cruises, it's also home to headliner entertainers. On day 1, you'll find the Embarkation Day celebration, Disney's Seize the Adventure, which is a review show featuring your favorite Disney characters. We liken it to a show you might find at a Disney theme park that features beloved characters from Disney and Pixar stories alongside rousing renditions of iconic Disney songs. But for us, it's a fine welcome aboard style show for the ship. New to Disney Treasure is A Tale of Moana, which was by far the best production of our trip. With set design and music bursting with elements of the Pacific Island culture, this imaginative production immerses audience in a transformational adventure across land and sea. Innovative Imagineering sets the stage for guests to relive the tale of Moana, as retold by the spirit of her grandmother. The show features a brand new song, as well as classic favorites from the Grammy Award-winning soundtrack, including You're Welcome, We Know the Way, and How Far I'll Go. Also found on Disney Dream, on day 3 of our cruise, Beauty and the Beast roared onto stage as a third signature production on Disney Treasure. This tale as old as time brings Belle's enchanting adventure to life on stage by incorporating imaginative elements from the live-action and classic animated feature films. With an ensemble cast of singers and dancers, this show is just further proof of why Disney Cruise Line has some of the best entertainment at sea. Along with its themed dining, and of course, entertainment, Disney Cruise Line ships are also known for their immaculately designed kids clubs and youth areas. On Deck 2 midship, you'll find Disney's Oceaneer Club. This area is for kids aged 3 to 12 years old. It features a whimsical slide entrance from the Grand Hall above and several well-themed play areas. These rooms include the Fairy Tale Hall, Marvel Superhero Academy, Star Wars Cargo Bay, Walt Disney Imagineering Lab, and Mickey and Minnie's Captain's Deck. At the Oceaneer Club, your kids will have endless opportunities for fun, including storytelling, arts and crafts, video games, watching Disney movies, Imagineering activities, and of course, so much more. The Marvel Superhero Academy is a high-tech Avengers headquarters where young recruits train to be the next generation of superheroes, with characters like Spider-Man, Black Panther, Ant-Man, and the Wasp, and more. Star Wars Cargo Bay is a first-of-its-kind immersive experience where children step on board a starship prepping for a mission to aid the Resistance and join forces with Star Wars friends like Chewbacca and Rey. Plus, they become the crew's newest exotic creature handler and wrangle exciting animals like porgs and loath cats. At the Fairy Tale Hall, kids step inside a classic fairy tale setting come to life, where they can delight in special visits from the Disney princesses. Inside Fairy Tale Hall, young royals can craft floating lanterns at Rapunzel's art studio, act out their favorite stories in Belle's library, and even create their own ice magic at Anna and Elsa's summer house. The Walt Disney Imagineering Lab is where kids can discover the secrets of Disney Imagineers with hands-on activities and the ride studio. You can even create a coaster and then climb into a capsule where they virtually ride their masterpieces. Mickey and Minnie's Captain's Deck is a nautically themed playground inspired by the colors, icons, and the magic of Disney Cruise Line. Now, even if you don't have kids, the Oceaneer Club hosts open house hours, where adults can explore and check out these amazing play areas for themselves. The It's a Small World Nursery is for the littlest cruisers, ages 6 months to 3 years old. This nursery offers babysitting services in a setting inspired by the iconic Disney attraction of the same name. In this whimsical daycare center, junior cruisers can relax and play while being looked after by specially trained counselors and visited by special Disney friends. However, these services are an upcharge. Aft on the starboard side of Deck 5 is Edge, another youth area. Edge is dedicated to tweens ages 11 to 14 years old. This venue offers unique programming designed to engage the interests of children of this age group. The city-inspired destination features an artificial grass picnic area, graphic art displays, and more. At Edge, tweens can make new friends, watch movies, play video games, and participate in activities created just for them, all under the guidance of trained youth counselors. Lastly, for the oldest kids on the ship, there's Vibe. Heading aft on Deck 12, you'll find the teens area. This is designed for those aged 14 to 17 years old. Vibe features dedicated programming designed to engage teens' unique interests. Here, teens can listen to music, watch TV, play interactive games, and kick back in style. In this Parisian-style loft with electric retro twists, sporting vibrant neon signs and funky pop art. While children of various age groups do have their own dedicated spaces on Disney Treasure, there are also several recreation spaces that are open to everyone, and some that are exclusive just for adults. Aft on decks 12 and 13 is the Hero Zone. This dynamic family recreation space is part sports court, part playground, and part game floor. At open hours, guests can play a pickup game of basketball or start their own cornhole competition. You can also check the Navigator app for any organized sports that are occurring at the Hero Zone. There's also ping pong tables and other tabletop games like foosball and air hockey that are free for families to use. Along with these open play hours, the Hero Zone is also home to the Incredi Games at certain times throughout the cruise. This inflatable obstacle course is a great family activity. The best part is that all of these games and competitions are completely complimentary and have no upcharge, but they are popular, so they do have lines. So we always recommend showing up a few minutes early for these activities. Circling the midship of Deck 4 and the forward section of Deck 5 and ascending up to Deck 6 in the bow is an outdoor promenade. Here you can enjoy a stroll while admiring the ocean breezes. However, unlike other Disney Cruise Line ships, this outdoor promenade does not wrap all the way around, and it's located on several decks with stairs, so it's not accessible to everyone. And while it's not ideal, you can use this outdoor promenade as a walking track or a jogging track. Just be mindful of the stairs. Located off the starboard side all the way forward on Deck 5 is a Census Fitness Center. This state-of-the-art exercise and wellness center offers plenty of complimentary cardio and strength training equipment, as well as a cycle studio. There's also upcharge fitness classes in a studio room. You can check the Daily Navigator app for the hours of operation. On the port side of Deck 5, you will find the Census Spa. This spa offers all your typical treatments like massages and facials. Unique to Disney Treasure is the outdoor spa area at the bow of the ship. The Census Spa includes treatment rooms, like a couple's treatment room, as well as a tranquil indoor and outdoor relaxation areas with plush loungers and swings, and an expanded rainforest room, which is the cruise line's thermal suite. The rainforest area features a sauna, a steam room, a cold room, heated loungers, and more. However, there is a separate charge for using the thermal suite, and you check on board about getting a day pass or a pass that's good for the length of your cruise. Beyond the Great Hall on the port side of Deck 4, you'll find the Untangled Salon. Like its sister ship Disney Wish, Disney Treasure offers a standalone venue for hairstyling and beauty services that's not in the spa. Along with hairstyling, individuals can book pedicures, manicures, and other services at the Untangled Salon, and guests can enjoy a variety of these beauty treatments in a Rapunzel-themed setting. On the port side of Deck 4, you'll find Hook's Bobbidi, where men can indulge in their own pampering. This venue even includes a whiskey bar for the gents. Special events and whiskey tastings also occur here. Services include haircuts, a fresh shave, as well as other treatments. And while there's no bar menu, individuals can craft their own smoked old-fashioned from available syrups, spirits, and smoked woods at the Bobbidi while waiting for a shave, and her haircut. Most staterooms on Disney Treasure are located on decks 6 through 13. We stayed in a family deluxe Oceanview stateroom with a veranda, stateroom 9592, which was midship on the starboard side of deck 9. Our Encanto-inspired stateroom was subdued, with a light beechwood desk and a tweed sofa sleeper. The vibrant artwork offered just enough pops of color to give the stateroom some character without being overwhelming. Disney Cruise Line offers some of the largest staterooms at sea. Our approximately 284 square foot stateroom provided plenty of storage space and a large sofa and desk area, as well as a queen bed. There were several power outlets and USB-C connections on the desk, as well as on the nightstands near the bed. The stateroom also included the cruise line's split bathroom concept, which offers a separate shower and sink to make getting ready in the morning easier for all families. Disney Treasure also offers a variety of other stateroom categories and suites. The most luxurious suite is actually the Tomorrow Tower Suite. Set high in the Disney Treasure's forward funnel, the Tomorrow Tower Suite is a one-of-a-kind suite that overlooks the ship's top deck through an expansive 2-story window. The Tomorrow Tower Suite captures the same forward-thinking mindset that inspired Epcot. With nearly 2,000 square feet of living space, the 2-story Tomorrow Tower Suite will comfortably accommodate up to 8 guests. It features areas for eating, sleeping, and playing, as well as other perks like a full kitchen, wet bar, and private in-suite elevator. It has 2 master bedrooms, both with private bathrooms featuring a tub and walk-in rain showers, a children's room with bunk beds and its own private full bathroom, and the first floor library, which offers a full bathroom and can be utilized as a 4th bedroom. And while we've been focusing on the indoor decks, of course there's plenty to do on the outdoor decks of Disney Treasure, decks 11 through 14. The main pool area is located in the center of decks 11 and 12. Here you will find 6 different pools. There are 4 pools on deck 11 and 2 pools on deck 12. The 2 largest pools are Mickey's Pool, which is forward, and the midship pool area right below the funnel vision and stage, as well as Minnie's Pool, which is the aft end of the midship pool area. Although the Mickey Pool is not open very often, as it also serves as a stage for deck parties and several of the outdoor shows. Also on deck 11, you'll find Daisy's Pool, which is on the port side of Minnie's Pool, as well as Pluto's Pool on the starboard side of Minnie's Pool on deck 11. On deck 12, you'll find Donald's Pool, located on the port side, and Goofy's Pool, situated on the starboard side. And in true Disney fashion, if you look down at the 5 pools on decks 11 and 12, you notice that they form a hidden Mickey just off the pool area. Deck 12 is also home to an open sun deck that has loungers on both the starboard and port side of the ship that overlook the main pool area down on deck 11. You'll also find many deck chairs on deck 11, but you won't find as many loungers. That's because of the funnel vision. This is the large outdoor movie screen that's actually on the funnel of the ship. You'll want to check the Navigator app for movie times as they play both animated films as well as other Disney movies throughout your voyage. While you're lounging poolside or enjoying a movie, you can grab a drink from one of the 2 bars located on the port side and starboard side of deck 11. These bars offer a limited menu of beer, wine, and some mixed drinks. And there are usually cast members making the rounds eager to take your drink order, especially on a hot sea day. On deck 13, you don't want to miss AquaMouse Curse of the Golden Egg. Disney Cruise Line's own attraction at sea plunges guests into the world of a Mickey Mouse animated short. On board Disney Treasure, AquaMouse has a brand new storyline that follows Mickey and Minnie on a zany misadventure into an ancient temple for a glimpse of the legendary treasure within. Suspended high above the upper decks, powerful jets propel 2-person ride vehicles through 760 feet of winding tubes, offering breathtaking views of the ocean and the ship below. For those more junior cruisers, on deck 12, you'll find the Toy Story Splash Zone. On the forward section of deck 12, this Toy Story themed play area has been specifically designed for families with toddlers and young children. It includes a splash zone, a wading pool, and a family water slide. The family water slide, Slidosaurus Rex, is located on the port side, and yes, that ride is open to little ones as well as adults. And while Heidi and I don't have any kids, so we didn't use Trixie Falls or ride the Slidosaurus Rex, we did stop by Wheezy Freezy's, located near this play area on the starboard side. This quick service station serves up a variety of frozen snacks and drinks. These include snow cones and Dole Whip. Unfortunately, all the items at this spot are an upcharge, but we can't think of anything more dull for Disney than a Dole Whip spiked with rum. If you're looking to escape the crowds of the main pool deck on decks 11 and 12, all the way forward on deck 14 is a Chip and Dale pool. This forward pool space is a bit more secluded and quiet. It includes a good-sized pool and plenty of loungers, some even in the shade. Just note that the Chip and Dale pool tended to open up a little bit later on port days and sea days, and even though this pool is secluded, you don't have to go far to grab a drink. Currents is not far from the Chip and Dale's pool. The Currents bar features a menu that has a variety of beer, wine, and cocktails, including classic beverages like a Mai Tai, as well as signature cocktails including a Caribbean Mule. Currents tended to be open about the same hours as the other outdoor pool bars. Those staying in concierge suites have their own sun deck forward on deck 13. This exclusive outdoor space features 2 whirlpools, a wading pool, a bar, plenty of chairs and loungers, as well as a dedicated pool deck host. And while most of the outdoor deck space is created for families, there's one spot where kids are not allowed. Aft on deck 13, you'll find the adults only area, the Quiet Cove. The Quiet Cove is a tranquil retreat away from the hustle and bustle of the other pool areas on decks 11 and 12. The Quiet Cove features an 18+ sun deck, including a whirlpool on the starboard side and an infinity cove pool overlooking the ship's wake. There's also a pool bar, loungers on both the starboard and port side, as well as a cafe. The Quiet Cove is the ideal area for lounging, sipping, and soaking up the sun without any kids present. So, while children hang out in the kids areas, parents can enjoy some much needed me time in the Quiet Cove. Located on the port side of the Quiet Cove, you'll find the Cove Cafe. This poolside lounge serves gourmet coffee and specialty drinks throughout the cruise. The Cove Cafe is a perfect quiet spot to escape the heat and the kids for a bit of relaxation, and it tends to be the coffee shop that's open the earliest in the morning. Also located in the Quiet Cove is the Cove Bar. This bar is an open-air watering hole, serving beer, wine, and cocktails while you're lounging poolside. And it shares the same cocktail menu that you'll find at the Currents Bar on deck 14. Disney Treasure is also home to several guest service areas and retail and shopping experiences that you don't want to miss. Dory's Forget-Me-Nots, on the port side of deck 11, has everything you need for a perfect pool day. The shop features items like t-shirts, bathing suits, sunscreen, other sundries, as well as some souvenirs. Like most stores, Dory's Forget-Me-Nots is only open when the ship is sailing, so check the Disney Cruise Line app for hours of operation. Another nice feature of Disney Cruise Line ships is that they have onboard laundry services. Now, while you can pay to send laundry away, which is pretty costly, you can actually do your own laundry on the ship for a fraction of the cost. The Fairy Tale Laundry Facilities is located on deck 8 off the forward elevator bank. This laundry room features over 20 washers and dryers, along with irons and ironing boards and sinks. We're sure families will appreciate this offering, especially if you're doing back-to-back cruises or you're coupling your Disney Treasure cruise with a visit to Walt Disney World. There are separate charges to do either a wash or a dry, and of course guests are free to use their own detergent or fabric softeners or pay separate charges to purchase them at the Fairy Tale Laundry Facilities. No matter who you're traveling with, odds are if you're on a Disney cruise, you're going to take some photos. And while there are plenty of character meet and greets and photo opportunities, those photos will also cost you money. If you want to review your photos or make a purchase, there's the Shutter's Portrait Studio located on the starboard side of Deck 5. Here you can view all your vacation memories and purchase any photos from the cruise on a series of digital kiosks. These kiosks are actually scattered throughout the hallways from the midship leading all the way aft, and at certain hours of the day, you'll find helpful Shutter's Portrait Studio cast members there to answer any questions you have or to assist you with your purchase. Along with pictures, it wouldn't be a Disney trip if you didn't bring home a souvenir. On the port side of Deck 4, you'll find Mickey's Mainsail. This shop features all your favorite Disney gear and Disney treasure merchandise, like spirit jerseys, lounge flies, t-shirts, ornaments, coffee mugs, mini ears. You name it, Mickey's Mainsail probably sells it. Just be prepared to wait. There always seems to be a line at Mickey's Mainsail. We suggest stopping in on the first night of your cruise because often some of the most prized souvenirs in select sizes sell out within the first night of the cruise. And while mom and dad might pick out a souvenir or a new keepsake to take home with them, your younger princesses might be a little bit more interested in the Bibbidi Bobbidi boutique located on Deck 4 of the starboard side. This venue is essentially the same as the theme park counterparts, offering royal makeovers for kids. And yes, your little boys too can also become a prince or a knight if they want. There are even a few dresses and outfits that are exclusive to Disney Cruise Line available at the Bibbidi Bobbidi boutique on Disney Treasure. And don't forget Pirate Night. This is where your little swashbucklers can summon their inner Jack Sparrow. Mom and dad can get in on the action too with different makeup packages exclusive for Pirate Night. Continuing aft on Deck 4 on the port side of the atrium area, you'll find the guest services and port adventures. Guest services is your go-to spot for all your questions and concerns while on board Disney Treasure. There are always cast members staffing these desks that are happy to help. The port adventures desk is the shore excursions desk on the ship. Unlike guest services, Port Adventure's hours of operation do vary, so check that Disney app. You'll want to visit here if you have any questions about your pre-booked activities or if you want to book a shore excursion once on board the ship. If you're looking to spend even more money and want to take home a piece of the rock with you, you can consider purchasing a Disney Vacation Club while on Disney Treasure. And there are not one, but 2 Disney Vacation Club desks on the ship. The main Disney Vacation Club desk is midship on Deck 5 on the starboard side. You'll also find another DVC desk available on Deck 4. And even if you're not interested in purchasing a Disney Vacation Club membership, you can talk to representatives about purchasing another Disney cruise, and you can take advantage of special savings when booking on board. While Deck 3 is also home to some bars and lounges, there's also a variety of shops. Like many cruise ships, these shops include jewelry, accessories, watches, clothing, and other lifestyle items. And we bet after watching this Disney Treasure ship tour, you're super excited to sail on the ship. But whether you're new to Disney Cruise Line or new to cruising in general, you may not know exactly what's included in the cost of a cruise. Well, lucky for you, we put together our exclusive look at what's included on a Disney Cruise Line cruise, plus what will cost you extra. That way, you know exactly how much to budget for your cruise, and you won't return home with sticker shock.